Welcome back. In today's video, I would like to share a little bit more of my story, and I wanted to tell you how this whole journey, how this whole change in my life started, and who's actually behind it. So it was back in 2017. It was August 2017 when this day came. This day finally came. It was Saturday, as far as I remember, and as far as you know, I was pretty much a video game addict. So I played World of Warcraft, I played Hearthstone, a lot of these games. And it was Saturday, and then on this day, my back then girlfriend, now it's fiancé, she decided that she cannot put up with me anymore. When I woke up, I just opened my laptop and I started playing World of Warcraft. My girlfriend had some meeting in the city, so she just left home. And when she came back, I remember it was around 10 p.m. She saw me in the same position as when she left home. The only thing that really changed around me was plates, pizza boxes, and like ice cream tubes because I was still sitting and playing World of Warcraft. And finally she said that that's over. If I don't change something in my life, she's gone next day. So for me that was like a wake-up call that seriously I have to do something, because if my girlfriend wants to leave me, there's something wrong with me, something wrong with my life. And of course it was weed, of course it was video games. So next day, after what she said, I decided to cut it out. So I uninstalled World of Warcraft, deleted my account. I decided to stop smoking weed and finally do something with my life. So that was the day I decided something has to change. So a few days later, she introduced me to the Stefan James's channel, Project Life Mastery, because even though I uninstalled everything and I decided to be a better person, I really didn't know where to start. So that was the first channel I stumbled on when she showed it to me. And Stefan has some videos on like business online, how to make money working from home, and everything about business online. And at the very beginning I was very skeptical about it, as I think most of us when we discover the idea of online business and how to make money online. But when I went deeper into his channel, like I started to binge watch his videos, he mentioned something about Amazon FBA. So Amazon FBA, it's what I finally started to do. But before that, I decided to watch everything he has on it. So it was idea that intrigued me. We can sell online. I don't have to have my product in my hands, so Amazon's gonna do everything for me. So yeah, that's nice. That's a really nice idea. And afterwards, after I spent like weeks, days of watching his videos, watching videos on YouTube, I decided to buy a course. And Stefan recommended one particular course. It was Amazing Selling Machine. They teach you how to sell on Amazon, like how to pick a product, how to ship it, like everything about Amazon. So I spent all my money on this course, because this course is not cheap. So I spent around $4,000 to get it enrolled. That was all my savings because I really didn't have a lot of savings. It was like four and a half grand back then. So I spent like quite everything. So I decided to start this journey. So I bought the course, went through the course, finished it, started selling my very first product, which was a hit. It was really a hit. I started earning my first money, then introduced the second one, which was a disaster. And then the third one, fourth one was also a good product I started to earn money on. But when everything went all right, so when I started earning money on Amazon FBA, me and my girlfriend, we sent email to Stefan to thank him for all he did for us. That everything started with his channel, that he hooked me up on Amazon FBA, that he recommended me the course, and I started to sell on Amazon, and everything like just went by, right? And after a couple of days, he replied. So he replied to my girlfriend, and I remember she called me that, listen, Stefan replied to us and you won't believe what he proposed. So back then it was around July, we decided to go to SellerCon. It's like e-commerce Amazon conference. Back then it was in Las Vegas. And apparently Stefan also planned to be there, and he proposed that maybe we'll shoot an interview to share my story, to tell more about how from video and weed addict I grew to be like a six-figure seller on Amazon. So I said, yeah, sure, we can do that. I was so excited about the idea that I'm gonna have an interview with Stefan, the person that showed me Amazon, that started my change in life, the person that showed me how to unlock my potential. And I was so happy for that. So we flew all the way from London to Las Vegas for the SellerCon, and also to shoot this interview with Stefan and Tatiana. And I can tell you, they are wonderful people. They are really nice, and once again, I'm really thankful that they invited us to make this interview, to share my story about how I became a six-figure seller on Amazon. So without further ado, I would like to show you this interview so you would have an insight into my story and how my life changed because I started an online business.
Hey everyone, this is Stefan James from Project Life Mastery, and I'm here right now at SellerCon in Las Vegas, which is the #1 event for e-commerce sellers. It's hosted by the amazing Selling Machine, and I'm sitting down right now with Norbert, all the way from Poland. He's actually got a very inspirational story about how he got started selling on Amazon. Used to be addicted to video games, and I know you'll share the story, but addicted to video games. Your girlfriend, I guess, shared one of my YouTube videos with you on how to get started on Amazon, and he discovered Amazing Sell Machine and joined that. And I know in your first year you did 300,000 in sales. And in 18 months, I guess, since you found my channel, you did over $1 million you've earned total with, I know you're also on YouTube now and everything as well, but congratulations for that.
Thank you very much, Stefan.
And thanks for taking the time.
Oh, thank you for having me here. So I'm really excited about this.
Thank you. Do you mind just sharing with people a little bit about your story? Just kind of go back to, the struggles that you faced. I know money was an issue for you as well, but just kind of what you went through, and then I guess how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, sure. So, well, I started my life pretty badly. It was pretty bad for me because I quit school like 3 times, so I didn't graduate. Like I started three degrees and I didn't graduate at all. I was addicted to video games because of that as well, because to be honest, nothing really happened in my life, so the video games were just like an escape for me.
I've been there before too.
Yeah, so yeah, I know your story here. And yeah, I lived like day after day, it's the same routine, so video games, work, video games, and work. So I was a typical guy, like 9-to-5 job. I earned decent money because I was earning around $4,000 a month. But because of my lifestyle, I really didn't save anything. So I had no savings whatsoever. And and I got to the point in my life that really it kind of sucked. Because, well, I couldn't afford anything. There was no prospect of living any better. And I got to the point that was really bad, just video games, work, and nothing more. And back then, and I'm still with my girlfriend, and she couldn't put up with my life anymore. So she was like, Norbert, you're going to chase something, or I'm leaving you. So I had a choice to lose my loved one, or to change something. So I decided, okay, yeah, let's change something. But what should I do? And it was back in August 2017. We were talking, and she showed me one of your videos about selling on Amazon. And to be honest, at the very beginning, I was so skeptical about it. It's like, come on, this guy is just, selling whatever you want, that money's gonna, just flow, I don't know from where, like money online, how can you do that? Right. It's not possible. Right. I knew about some like services like eBay, but yeah, you can sell something, earn some money, like 100, 200 pounds, because we lived in UK back then, but definitely it's not gonna be like a replacement of my job. Not possible. But she really insisted to watch more and more of your videos. And when I started to discover your channel, the man you are, and I was like, okay, this might work, but I really need to check if it's really like worth trying. So then I stumbled upon a video about ASM because like the sign up started, and it was your affiliate link. And the thing is, Well, I had in mind that I have to do something, otherwise I'm gonna lose her. So it was, and I think it was last 3 days you could sign up for the ASM.
Right.
And ASM back then, it was $4,000. And to be honest, that was the only savings I had in my, like a jar, because I was saving for the new car.
Right.
And yeah, and in 3 days we were like talking about it, you know, trying to figure out if it's gonna work for us or not. Maybe we're gonna just lose those money. And yeah, it was 2 hours before midnight, before we went to bed. I was like, yeah, we're buying it. So later on, next day, we woke up. Cornelia just ran to the bank to make a deposit so we could buy ASM. And I can tell you, that was the best decision in our life.
Wow. And you know, I'm fascinated by that, because that was all the money that you had. What was like the biggest motivator for you? Was it your girlfriend, you know, that you hit rock bottom and you knew you had to change? Because some people, they never get to that point. They're too comfortable. They don't get to the point where they make that decision where they've got to go all in. They got to do whatever it takes. So what was that for you? Was it your girlfriend?
Yeah, it was her. Yeah, definitely. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't see that, because I was just playing. It was a pretty comfortable life, you know, going to work. There was like no responsibilities, because you finish at 5. You came back home, and that's the only thing I did. And it was really comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, I got food my fridge. I got money to support myself during a month. So yeah, that was the factor.
And what gave you that belief and the confidence in it? I know you watched one video. Was it more videos that kind of gave you the confidence, or was it your girlfriend that gave you the confidence that you could do this?
I think I needed more videos, because the first video is like someone kind of promising you that you can earn so much, and I could see your lifestyle, and that you explained that you earn like a huge amount of money. Well, when I was working in my job, that's a huge amount of money you can earn. And so I needed more videos. So I started to look over YouTube. But the thing is, what really bought me at your channel, because when you do a research about Amazon, you stumble upon a lot of channels that is people, you know, that's showing themselves how like a fast Lamborghini they have. And really here I could see this honesty. So I was like, yeah, that really might work.
Thank you. And you know, also for the audience as well, I mean, it's not a get rich quick, as you know as well. I mean, there's people like yourself or other people that you might see online that have achieved amazing success, but it's not everyone. You know, there's a lot to it. There's challenges, there's adversity, there's failures and mistakes, and you know, that's what I want to ask you about that too. Yeah. But I often ask people about that so people don't just believe it's, you know, you snap your fingers and you make all this money, you put up a product, you make all this money. There's obviously more to it than that. But absolutely, it can work, it can change your life if you are willing to put in the work and you're willing to commit yourself and everything, which you did. So I'd love to hear from you. I guess you joined Amazing Selling Machine, and what was your journey like since then? What was your experience like?
Yes, so we joined because it was me and my girlfriend. She supported me along the way. The thing is, you have to understand, it's not like, you know, quick money. So I joined ASM, but I really knew that I just bought a course. I just invested some money, but it doesn't mean that I'll earn this money back. Right. I can just lose it, and that's it.
It's no guarantee, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew I need to put a lot of work into that. And I think that was the most challenging thing, because that's a course you have to take. You have to learn the things that you have in course, but I still had to work from 9 to 5. I was working on weekends as well to get more money, because I knew I invested that, so I needed the money for the product. Yeah. So I worked really. The thing is, my day was I woke up. I was waking up at 6. I was coming back from work at 8, because it's London, so traveling it took a longer time. And after that, I just ate something. And I was just sitting on my laptop, you know, just like a sponge. I was like trying to absorb as many knowledge as I could. So I was working till midnight, till 1 o'clock, go back to sleep, go back to work again. So it was really hard. Yeah. And especially for me, when I had no work ethic whatsoever, no motivation, you know, playing video games, it's you just procrastinate, that's it. So I had to kind of learn this ability to sit,
Develop
to
the
focus,
habits,
exactly, develop the
discipline,
habit.
all that,
That
yeah.
was the worst part of it, I think. You know that after work you are tired and you still have to sit and work more and more and more. There's a weekend, you cannot take a break. You have, 16, 17 hours, so you have to work through that. So I think, yeah, that was the biggest challenge.
How did you develop some of that? Did you do any self-development work, or you just kind of,
well,
as you're going through it, you just got better and better at having discipline?
Yeah, the thing is, channels like yours, it helped me a lot because you explain so much stuff there about self-development, creation of habits. Plus my girlfriend, she's like a habit freak.
Yeah.
So she, trust me, she has like every minute in her life planned. so it helped me a lot when she was there, supported me like, listen, Norbert, do this that way, plan this that way. And it really helped me a lot. So I think most of I need to, big thank you towards Cornelia because she helped me to develop those habits, those traits.
That's amazing. So I guess once you're going through the course, how did you find your first product? What was your experience like with that? Did your first product succeed, or what was that process like for you?
Yeah, I was lucky enough that my first product was a success. My second one wasn't at all. It was just a disaster. But I think that gave me a lot of confidence that this actually works. Because, I think if my first product would be a disaster, I think I would be really disappointed. It would be hard for me to get up and try one more time. So the first product, yeah, that was a success. That was a hit. It's still one of the best-selling products we have right now. Wow. So yeah, it helped me a lot. But this work I put, it was with Cornelia to find this product, to develop it, to put it on the market. Still, that was a lot of work. And I don't think if someone thinks that there's any luck involved in that, no. Yeah. It's just hard work.
Yeah. What was, I guess, the mindset or any other mindsets that might have helped you along this journey?
Mindset. Well, the thing is about the mindset, definitely you have to believe in yourself. It's now I can tell that because people, when they start Amazon, they don't believe in a system. And I don't think you should believe in a system. The system works. Yeah. So it's proven by so many people. You just have to believe in yourself. Put enough work, and it's gonna be all right. So I think this mindset that you should stay positive. I know it's gonna be hard during some periods, but you have to go through it. You just have to believe in yourself that you can create something that someone already created. You can just recreate that. Yeah. So I think that's the most needed mindset.
Yeah, definitely the process works. People ask me all the time. I'm sure you as well on YouTube is. Can I make money on Amazon? Can you still make money? Is it too, saturated or competitive, whatever it is? I mean, it works. There's millions of people that are selling on Amazon making money. It's clear and it's evident that it works, but nothing works unless you work. Yeah. Unless you believe in yourself, because your business will only go as far as you take it. And you have to have that belief and that confidence. And I see a lot of people that have fear and doubts and can I do this or can I not do this or my product succeed? And I think you got to go into it with some confidence and belief. And hopefully, interviews like this and the content I provide helps to give that, because I think the more references and role models that you see of other people that are just like you that, have defied the odds, they've gone for it, they've built this business, they've changed their life. The more that you see that, you realize that if they can do it, then I can do it. And I also think having a course like ASM gives you some of that confidence because you're not going about it alone. A lot of people that try to figure this out alone, I can see how that might be scary because there's so much conflicting information. You get lost and confused. You don't have that step by step plan that you have you have more confidence and comfort trusting that you're going through something that works. It's provided a lot of great success stories and everything. And as long as you just do it to the best of your ability, you can succeed at it. And you'll still make mistakes. Everybody does. But as long as you learn from it and just don't make the big mistakes, and then you're fine.
Yeah, I think so. Plus on ASM you have a big community.
Right,
I remember,
mentors and all that.
Yeah, and I remember we kind of teamed up with one of the ASM members as well. He at the same time he was introducing his product to the market, and so we shared our like experiences. What about advertising? How did you do this? How did you do that? And it really helped a lot. So if I would be alone, like trying stuff to implement stuff from YouTube, I think that would be way harder than it was with ASM.
Yeah. So how many products have you launched now?
Now we have 4 products live.
4 products,
Yeah.
awesome. And do you primarily just sell on Amazon, or have you expanded outside of it, or any marketing outside?
Yeah, at the very beginning, we were just selling on Amazon. But when you expand, you're starting to see different doors that open for you. So now we have a plan to make like a really big brand from one of our products. So it's a plan in development. So it's gonna take some time, but Amazon for me it's a great jumpstart. So you can really earn great money there, and then if you have like a stable income, then you can take any path you want.
That's great. Just a few more questions for you. What were some of the biggest challenges, I guess, that you faced along the way? You said your second product failed, but were there any other big challenges that you had to overcome?
Well, challenges. I think so when you grow, and because at the very beginning. The first big challenge, let's start with that. The first big challenge is introducing your first product, because you don't know what to expect from it, what's going to happen, and all the things. And the second one, well, then you just copy the process. So it worked with the first product. You're just going to copy that. But I think that the second best challenge is when you want to scale this. Because then, from like ASM, from any other course, or from your experience, they provide you with the knowledge how to start that. But then when you start, it's now it's your job to grow that. Right. So now you're again at the very beginning of the journey you're not familiar with. So you have to again, find the knowledge about this, how to scale this, how to use this. I think that's a challenge. But when you just, be okay with this, I think it's just getting easier and easier.
Yeah. No, you learn definitely that there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
There's so many directions you can go: Facebook ads, and creating a blog, and Instagram, and finding influencers, and maybe building a team as well. Outsourcing your customer support, and all of that. Every entrepreneur is always learning, I guess, and going through that. And do you primarily sell, I guess you're from Europe, do you sell in Europe, or do you sell in the United States,
yes.
Or where did you launch?
Yeah, we sell in Europe. We started in Europe because we lived in the UK, so it was a no-brainer for us just to start in the UK. And it was a hit in UK, so it was pretty well. The product was pretty good. We did not source it from China, so we sourced it from Europe. And then we decided, okay, so if it's going so well in the EU, let's start in the US. Then we started to sell in the US, and in the US again it was a hit. But the thing is, we had a problem with sourcing, because when we sourced our product in EU, it was really expensive to get it to the US, because we couldn't use a freight forwarder as in China you can do that. So then we paused US, focused on Europe to grow it. Now we're coming back to the US again.
What was the reason why you sourced from Europe versus somewhere like China?
Again, Cornelia, she really wanted to have a top-notch quality of the product, and the thing is, she always has to touch the product. So there's no way we can order something from the factory and it goes straight to Amazon. No, she has to touch that. She has to go through every product and check it by herself. So Europe was cheaper because of that. And plus for us, we polish. So the thing is, we can use Polish suppliers, and it's really cheap in Poland. So that was that was so easy to decide. We can find it in Poland, so we're gonna produce it in Poland.
Awesome. I guess 2 more questions. I'd love to hear just, sounds like you guys doing it together and that support. I've seen couples as well that do it. I think it's a great business for couples to do together to support each other. But I guess, how has that been? How important has that been for you guys to have that support, complement each other, and even just the encouragement? Because I know some people, they're trying to start this business, but maybe their friends or family, they're not fully on board with it. And it can be challenging, you know, they don't believe in it as much as you do. But how has that been for you guys, and how has it helped?
It was the same in our situation as well. Like our family, like they didn't know what that is. They kind of did not support us because, well, they really didn't know what it is. So they were like, you know, stay at your job. You have money. What else do you need? And that, only us. We understood that we wanted something more from life. We kind of supported each other, and it's very important. I think it's very important to have another person because, well, let's be true. You are not perfect, like in every possible way. So I'm good with the technical stuff. Cornelia is really good she's more creative. So I lack this side. So I cannot think about something like for me. I'm just straight, you know. I'm just like a man. Yeah. I can implement something. I can do technical stuff, but thinking about something, designing things, that's not for me. So then Cornelia was the part that was doing that. And also when we had really tough times, you know, one day I was really down because something didn't work out. Then Cornelia supported me and said, it's going to be all right, that's fine, we're going to do that. One day Cornelia was, you know, under the weather, and like she was like really down because for example, sales dropped or something happened. Then, you know, I just cheered her up, like, listen, just one day, tomorrow is going to be better, let's work on that. So if I would be alone in that, I think I wouldn't achieve what I achieved. And I think if Cornelia would be alone in that as well, she would be great. I know she would be great, but I think you need someone to support you along the way.
That's awesome. You guys are a power couple.
Oh yeah, you know, it was a power couple. It was, but the thing is, if you want to work with your girlfriend, fiancé, wife, it's gonna be very hard at the beginning. It's so much friction between you when you have different ideas. You want to, well, I wanted to push something because I saw it in that way, but Cornelia saw it in the other way. Right. So it was very hard at the beginning. Now it's really good.
That's good. That's good. I guess my last question is: any advice for someone that might be watching this, just getting started? You know, they're maybe in the position that you were, where they're watching the videos, and it's amazing that you're on this other side. So it's a pleasure to meet you and interview. But any advice for someone like that maybe is on that side of things? They're considering to start, they're on the fence, they're afraid, they're fearful, but they're looking to make a change in their life.
Yeah.
What would you say to them?
So what I would say, listen, like 2 years ago, I was in the same spot as you are now. I was just watching Stefan. Today I'm, sitting with him, so that's great. But money is just money. So if you really want to change your life, I believe you should try. There's a risk involved. I'm not gonna lie, it's not risk-free. But money is something that you can earn over time. So if you lose some money now, you can work for another 1-2 years and have it back. So it's not that you have to sacrifice your leg or your arm, it's just money. So if you really want to change your life, you have to do this step, to take this step, because otherwise nothing's gonna change. You're gonna be in the same spot as you are now. So for me, it was the best decision of my life, and I can say that with a pure heart. It was the best decision in my life that I made.
Well, I just want to say congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Super proud of you and inspired. And I know your story will inspire many other people as well. And that's my goal, is to share with people the possibilities that exist for everybody. Everyone has the potential. And the tragedy often is when you see people with so much potential that can change their life, but not, unfortunately, everyone is going to take action to do it. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And I want to say thank you to you guys for watching.
So I hope you liked the interview. It's been a year since it happened, and since then a lot has changed. I got engaged. I moved to the really great apartment in one of the wealthiest districts in London. I grew as a person, I made more money, I scaled my business even more. I started new projects, like pretty big ones, and last but not least, I started this YouTube channel, which was always my dream. And you know what? All of this started because of one person. This one person is Stefan James from Project Life Mastery, and I really never thought that such a big change in life can start only with one person. And I'll be forever thankful to Stefan that I stumbled upon his video, that my girlfriend showed me his video of how can I change my life, because I actually changed it. So trust me when I tell you that you are really one YouTube channel away from changing your life, because the only thing you need to do is to find this channel, find the person that's gonna connect with you, that's gonna hook you up on some idea, and that might forever change your life. And also, that's one of the reasons I started this channel, to help you on your journey, because I know it's not easy to start something. It's not easy to find an idea for the business that's gonna suit you. I did that, and on this channel I would like to help you with this. I would like to share some business ideas. I would like to motivate you. I would like to help you on your journey, because you just can't give up on your dreams. I did not, and that led me to the interview with Stefan. And remember that just 3 years ago I was smoking weed and playing World of Warcraft. And I'm pretty sure that also you can do something with your life, and maybe you're in a better spot than I was. And I call this channel 7-Figure Project because I know that everyone wants to reach this 7 figures on his bank account. I did that, so I'm telling you, that's possible. And you don't have to start with Amazon as I did. You can start with any other business idea. There's lots of them. And I personally use at least 4 different business models to generate my income. And I'm telling you, all of them work. So you don't have to worry that something doesn't work. You just have to find the perfect fit for you. So I hope together we'll find the best solution for you, so you can also reach the 7-figure business. Thank you for sticking till the end. Thank you for watching the interview. And if you liked this video, please leave a thumbs up, and also subscribe to this channel if you would like to see what I have prepared for you. So thank you very much once again, and see you next time. Take care.